This is Kisha King. Come and check out my episode, Boss Talks on the Rooftop.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bryson Fowler. This is Boss Talks on the Rooftop, Season 5. Today, I have the greatest honor of introducing my homie, Miss Kisha King. How you doing, love?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Doing well.
Hey, so we got some cigars, we got a little bit of whiskey, so we're going to dive into, like, what made you get into, doing the work for the community, and what got you into the love of cigars?
Okay.
So I see you got your Kingpin lighter.
Yeah, I got it.
Did you bring your Kingpin cutter?
I left the cut.
If you didn't, don't even worry about it. I got the cutter right here for you. So let's get it moved on. Let's get a groove on. So while you light, I'm a part.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
So with your community service, right? I'm a walk and talk at the same time.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna try and do that. When you go into the community service, because you have a heart for kids, right?
Yes, sir.
And we're trying to make sure that they produce the future in a positive manner.
Correct.
And they see that they have more positive role models than negative.
Right.
So talk to us about your community service and how we can get involved with you through your community service.
Okay. Well, first off, like you said, I'm Kisha King. Started out in the juvenile department field about 25 years ago. I know that's kind of telling my age. I'm only 27. I got started pretty young. But anyway, started out in the juvenile department working with girls, young ladies, got in a little trouble, needed a little guidance. Got over to about 10 years later. I've been doing 22, 23 years so far. In the system. I work with boys roughly around about 11 years. I used to be at the facility and it was Black History Month. And shortly during Black History Month, I realized it's predominantly Black kids, but they never do anything for Black kids. Cinco de Mayo, they bringing those beans, rice, they getting it in for the Hispanic kids. It's about 10 of them there. It's about 90% Black kids there. They not doing anything. So I asked the superintendent, would she be okay if I brought general people, everyday people, once every Friday in Black History Month. So that's like four Fridays. So I started going out in the community. I would get guys like yourself, business owners, but back then Black business owners wasn't as predominant as it is now. Right. But I knew a few of them. And so what I would do is I would just get the guys that lived in the community, like people that they would see every day. Right. And I would ask those guys to come talk to the kids. People generally are scared of the kids. They don't know how to approach them. They don't know the feedback they're going to get. Right. And at the end of the day, the kids are going back into the community. These are the people they're going to have to do interviews with. They're going to have to come back and say, hey, I need a job. You just broke in my store. I'm not giving you no job. Right. So I was kind of like the community liaison between that fear of these kids just want to see your face. They made a mistake, sure enough, but they still need an opportunity, because if they don't come back and get a job somewhere or have something to do when they come out into the community, what the hell are they going to do? Absolutely. So that's how I kind of got started in that particular thing. But as far as me getting into working with kids, my father died when I was 10. So I really always had a niche for why did he leave me? I didn't understand. I'm from Oak Cliff, Texas. I'm always represent. OAKC? Yes, sir. LIFF. Yes, ma'am. With my people by myself. Don't bite my tongue. Don't hold my breath. Yeah. So we did that, and I always kind of felt like if I can make it out the hood, they can make it. It's just your perception. You have to stop seeing what you're living in and see outside of that. Absolutely. I've always, all my life, me and my cousins, we would see books like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. When they had the little books where you Fortune 500 at the time, I think it was something like that. But we always had some sort of magazine when we were younger. Right. Ebony. It was always something to look forward to. So I go to the page with the travel. Oh, I want to go there. I want to go there. Right. And so they have to look outside of that. And pretty much right now to this day, that's kind of what I try to get the kids to do. Look outside of their environment. Don't lose yourself because you're locked up. Don't be a part of your environment just because that's where you grew up at. And that's kind of how I got into wanting to even work with kids like that. I just that missing piece.
Right.
And I just wanted them to see that they can make it. They can get out of what situation they're in. You have to just look at it differently.
Right. And speaking of print media, like how you said, Ebony, like for me, it was Jet Magazine back in the day.
Okay.
Like they don't promote Jet Magazine like
Correct.
how it used to be. I don't even think it still exists. But other than just the Jet Beauty of the Week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Jet Beauty of the Week
Right.
had my focus. But like I also learned a lot about Black entrepreneurship,
Right.
Black enterprise. So it also taught me a lot about advertising because like here I am looking at a magazine that's filled with people like me
Right.
that are successful in a different capacity other than sports and entertainment.
Right.
They shed light on it, but also they went into banking, they went into
Correct.
real estate, they went into mortgages, all of the endeavors that you could possibly do. And they also talk about Wall Street.
Right.
Just like how you said, we were the majority of the population in the juvie centers, but we're highly underrepresented.
Right.
So representation matters. That's kind of why we're doing the podcast right now.
Right.
To have a representation for the young people, for the youth, and then for like how you're saying, going and talking to other business owners. Mm-hmm. That's imperative because if I would have known now,
Right.
what I knew then,
For sure.
we'd have a whole different look on like our finance situation, on our education system.
Right.
Because I have a roofing business, I have a tax business. Everything that I have is a service industry.
Right.
Right. And who do I service? The community.
Community.
So like if I'm introducing and ingratiating the community, you got Miss Hattie that know me from when I grew up.
Right.
And she sees me doing something different.
Right.
That's going to be one of my supporters.
Right.
Right? Or they see me, hey, if I was a knucklehead back in the
Right.
back in the gap, and they see me turn my life around,
Right.
they see that I'm more invested in the community than I ever been.
Right.
And so that's what we're trying to get our youth to do.
Right.
And that's what like us as old heads, well, I'm gonna call myself old head. You still a spring
I
chicken.
agree.
I'm
Okay.
gonna let you do
I'll
it.
take it.
So, you know, trying to get our youth back involved
Right.
into the community and understand that this community matters.
Right.
Just because you see Beverly Hills on TV, your community where you live matters.
Right.
This is your world. You change your world by starting with you and the surroundings. So I champion your work that you've been doing for the youth. And you know, like I said, we got a long history of a like mind in cigars. What started you off in cigars?
Well, with the cigar world, it was just interesting. Once again, just like a kind of kid in a candy store type of situation. I saw a lot of black people. And when I went to some of the cigar lounges, I saw a lot of black people getting along with each other. It wasn't a lot of riffraff. It wasn't a lot of drama. It wasn't no shootings.
Right.
It wasn't anything that seemed harmful, and I enjoyed what I do when I went. So one of the lounges I attended, the young lady, she taught me how to actually smoke my first cigar. And then after that, it's been a go ever since. I mean, I've been lounge hopping ever since.
Right. So there's a quick tutorial, right? Give us from your perspective, your tutorial. I've done a tutorial for some guests that are neophytes in the cigar world.
Okay.
I want to hear how would you teach me to smoke my first cigar?
Okay, so what I've pretty much been told is to not inhale like you're smoking a blunt. I don't smoke weed, so I'm not sure. But you're not actually swallowing it. You're just inhaling, basically. So I guess I just disregarded everything I just said. So you, I mean, it's complicated, but it's not. You know, if you smoke or don't smoke, I'm not sure. But I know you don't swallow.
Right.
I think with the marijuana, you're tasting it like you're trying to actually engulf the whole situation, but But with the cigar, you just inhale and then you release.
Right.
So that's kind of what I would say. You light roughly all around to get your circumference lit, and then you pull.
That's an SAT word, circumference.
Sure. Sure it is.
So, see, everybody make fun of me on the set. Like I tell people, like, hey, like what you're gonna do is you're gonna puff the cigar, right? Take it in your mouth, swish around in your mouth, and then blow it out.
Right.
I said swish around like it's Listerine.
Okay.
And everybody just look at me like.
See, they don't brush their teeth. They telling on themselves. They telling on themselves. See, yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful. They
see, I didn't look at it like that. See, you yuck mouth people, y'all don't brush your teeth. That's what's wrong with you.
You gotta brush your teeth. You have to do a whole dental, tutorial first, and then
and then we'll go to cigar. But also, that's a huge part of like when people say, oh, well, the cigar smell, the cigar breath. Like if you brush your teeth,
right.
If you rinse out your mouth,
right.
You won't have none of that.
Right.
You won't have none of that.
I do every day. I don't have a cigar breath. Mm-hmm. And I am single too, so I might not know I have a cigar breath. Nobody's told me I had a cigar breath.
Well, shit, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Or either date a person that smokes cigars too, so that
True.
way you won't, you don't have to worry about. Or brush your teeth.
Right.
One, you choose to do.
Big facts.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you're well known within the community,
sure.
The DFW area, Fort Worth area.
Sure.
What's your next move for getting more of us involved with the community as you're doing?
Well, just like I said, right now at the facility I work at, we're kind of in a transition, but I've been doing some little outreach things, trying to get my name out there a little more. It's one of those things, it's like a bitter kind of sweet, because I don't want to be over it. I want to have the money.
Right.
But I don't want to be like, oh, that's it. But unfortunately, I am that. People come to me because they know I'm well linked into the community, but I'm not. I don't know how you say it, like modest, not modest, but the opposite of like arrogant. I'm not like an arrogant person, so I don't have to have the shine and all that. I just want to get the
very, very humble, but
I want to get the job done.
She's really a big deal. Like, I don't really understand. Like, I really got like hood royalty sitting in front of me, and y'all don't understand what I'm really working with over here.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
So you know what I'm saying? I really have a queen sitting in front of me over here, guys.
Take it.
And I really want you guys to really connect with her. So can we connect with you on your IG? What's your IG?
Your IG is KTexas4875. And then, of course, Facebook, Kisha Young King. So
okay,
yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so we're gonna get more people actively connecting with you,
okay.
Following you and following your story.
Okay.
Because we really love the work that you're doing.
I appreciate it. And
Absolutely.
Actually, right now, what I have going, I'm in a program that I work for, and the young ladies, they're about 6 to 9 months. So what I'm trying to do, I'm talking to my superintendents now. I have one young lady, she's inspiring to be a nurse. And then I just had one young lady, she wanted to do hair. And so I had a young lady I knew that owns a beauty supply house. Mm-hmm. And she's allowing her to braid hair in her back part of her supply place for free. She's not charging her, but for the summer, because what people don't realize is the timing. When these kids get out, they need to have somewhere to go, a plan, something to do.
Absolutely.
Like immediately within a week. Because if you don't catch these kids in a week, their focus, focus is gone. And then we have like the with the girls missing and all this different kind of stuff, and I mean it's just a lot going on. And what I try to do, I want them to have a plan. If you don't do it, that's on you. You can't. But what I don't want you to ever say is you didn't have the opportunity.
Right.
And if we are here in the community and we're giving you the opportunity, then that's your choice. And then everybody has a choice. So we can't do what Jesus didn't do, but we can only give you that option. You have a choice. Either you can do this or do that.
Right.
And when we did make that decision, we called her grandmother, and her grandmother was just ecstatic, like, yes, ma'am, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And of course, my connect, I told her thank you so much, because she didn't charge her, and that young lady will be able to go out, make some money. She won't get back in trouble, as fast, because she'll have something to do. Hey, I got to do head, so I don't have time to go out.
I don't got time
because I'm about my money. But I try not to, my main goal is to try not to lie to them because they've been lied to enough. Who hasn't? I want them to trust adults. I'm just trying to get them to start back trusting adults because their trust in adults is, my trust in adults is bad. And I'm an adult.
Right.
So, you know, it's like,
I'm a grown up.
yeah, I'm grown. I don't trust some grown people. So it's like, okay, I understand. I get it. I get each level. And like you said, I'm just like that hood mama. Like, I'm going to talk shit. I'm going to do that. And like I told them, I'm going to go high as y'all want to go. But when y'all come down, I'm going to be right there and say, hey, baby, I still love you. Now, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need done? Because at the end of the day, you still have to be a productive citizen. And that's what life is all about.
Absolutely.
And speaking of productive citizens, I want to shout out my son, Michael King. He just graduated. I love you, son. My daughter just graduated from college. So I don't just talk this shit. I'm about that life for real. I love children, but I don't play them games. Like, success is not, failure is not an option. Failure is not an option with me. You once I see you do it and I know you can do it, you can't turn back with me. So
absolutely. And you know what? Shout out to all the graduates out there, college, high school, kindergarten,
whatever,
I know,
yeah,
whatever.
Keep going, baby.
Keep
Y'all
going.
Keep going. Whoever you are.
The trade school, if you graduated and got your CDL, congratulations.
Correct.
But still, keep doing your thing. And guys, it's been an honor to have Miss Kisha King on.
Thank you.
Please connect with her if you have opportunities for her kids. She's doing the work in the community that's very important. So remember, stones don't last, but your home should. Peace. Two fingers.
Can I pour some?
We pour during the show. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. Don't believe you me. We finna get it going. We gonna get that edge taken off. I promise.